Let's go out to Chris in Springfield, Missouri. What's up, Chris? How we doing?
Hey, man. Before I start, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys and everybody at Ramsey Solutions. Since I was younger, you've had a really positive impact on me and my financial decisions. So
Cool.
I just want to say for that.
Well, thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man. What's happening?
I think it would be important just to give you guys a little bit of context on me and just my background before I ask my question. So basically, I've always been really good with my money. Over a few years, I was able to save up like $50,000. $40,000 of it was in my savings, and then $10,000 of it I had invested in mutual funds. I also am going to school. I like to say better than debt free because I'm going totally free.
Good for you, man.
Just through
That's awesome.
scholarships and a work study and stuff like that. So with that though, during all of that time that I was accumulating those funds, I was in an abusive relationship. Pretty much like anything negative you could think of.
I'm sorry.
She dished all that out. So it kind of messed me up. And when I was finally able to get out of it, as a way of coping, I guess, I started spending my money on a lot of stuff. Sorry.
You're all right.
Over like maybe 8 months now, I've totally drained all my savings, and I've pulled out all my investments, and I've just spent it all on crap. And I probably only have like, I don't know, maybe a little under $2,000 now.
Okay.
So I don't really know where to go from here, because my plan originally was, once I get my bachelor's, the deal that I kind of have with my parents is like, once I'm done with college, I'm out of the house, and that's just what it is. And I was going to go to grad school and everything, but I'm just not really sure how to like go about doing that and just what to do financially anymore.
So I think, Dave's been saying for years, your money is just a reflection of what's going on in your heart and mind and soul and life. And so right now I want to move the money conversation over. It's a big neon sign letting you know that you're not all right now. And I want to tell you, having sat with people, I can't count how many people I've sat across the table with or sat next to who are trying to figure out who they are after leaving an abusive relationship. And the chaos of, I still love that person, but that person deeply hurt me in a number of different ways. I lost part of myself, and I don't even know what that means and how to get that back. All of that stuff is all chaotic and a mess. And yeah, man, you got out your spending card and went bananas. What I would tell you is the sun came up today, right?
That's true, yeah.
You got $2,000. And I don't want to minimize, you're going to have some grief, and you're probably going to have some resentment. You're going to have all that stuff. All those feelings, dude, listen to me. They're right. They're fine. They're good. They're right. The only thing you can do from this moment forward, you can't go back and edit sentences that have already been written. They got a period at the end of them. You were in love with somebody that hurt you deeply. You broke up. You spent $48,000 in a spending spree to wallpaper over depression and grief and sadness. And here you are. And the things you told us leading up to those moments tell me that you are a strong kid and that you're a driven guy and you have accomplished a ton. We very few of the adults that call into this show have $50,000, access $50,000 cash, my brother. Very few people call in and say, hey, I figured out how to do college for free. And so you had a plan, and that plan's going to be different now. You had a plan, you're just going to waltz into grad school, into your next job because you had a big nest egg. Well, you don't have that anymore, so cool. nothing about what you've told me suggests that you suddenly have lost the ability to work really hard, because I know that's who you are. And nothing you've told me says suddenly you're dumb, because you're not. What you have told me is you're going to have to spend a season grieving this. You're going to have to go spend some time with a counselor. Okay? And I would tell you that if you were my best friend or you're my brother.
Okay.
Okay? And you're going to spend some time healing, and you're going to spend some time. Here's the uncomfortable truth about abusive relationships that people often don't hear. It's real easy to be on the outside of that and to demonize the abuser. What people often fail to take into account is the person being abused loses trust in themselves. I don't even trust me anymore. And now you've got 48,000 reasons to further not trust you, right? What you're going to have to do is learn to build trust in Chris again. That's just going to take some practice, my man.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So here's the deal. I want you to hang on the line here. You're still in school, right?
Yeah, I got a year left.
Okay. Here's why that's fantastic. I'm so happy, because that means you have access to a student counseling center that's going to be outstanding. And in a time when it's very hard to just call a therapist off the street and get an appointment, you're going to be able to do that. So I want you to make that call today. In exchange for making that call, we're going to send you Ken Coleman's Get Clear assessment. We're going to send you his book, Paycheck to Purpose. And I'm going to send you my book, Own Your Past, Change Your Future. And that my whole book is what happens when you are sitting down and you realize you're an ash, and how do you take that next step out? Okay? I'm grateful for the call, man, and we love you, and we'll help you every step of the way here. I just need you to hear me say you're not broken. You're not dysfunctional. You didn't do anything wrong. I mean, you blew a bunch of money, and I would laugh with you and high-five you if we were sitting at the table. And also, I don't believe in the phrase too soon. That's just kind of me. But I'd high-five you, and then we would get on with, okay, what comes next? But you got some healing to do.
Oh, yeah. That's tough. I think you covered it. I'm not going to add or take away.
I'm trying to think of how I've wrestled with moments in my life, Jade, when I've just flat out set my values on fire, or I've flat out done something that I said I wasn't going to do, or I've spent my time poking my finger at people who do things, and then all of a sudden I look up 6 months later and I'm that guy now.
Right. You know, it's tough. I was sitting here trying to think of a similar situation. I'm like, when have I been there? Like, what have I done? And it's you can really live in the past and wallow in, like, man, what I did, I spent $48,000. How could I have done that? But then it's like, what are you going to do next?
And I think as a culture, we have two narratives. One is you're always going to be the worst thing you've ever done, the worst thing that ever happened to you. You're always going to be the dumbest thing you've ever done. And then the other one is, if you have feelings and you're a coward and a wimp and you're weak, you need to just suck it up and grind it. And I think that's nonsense. I think the world is desperate for a new third way, which is we're going to spend some time feeling sad, and we're going to have some grief. You went through hell. And you did some dumb stuff.
Yeah,
let's just
acknowledge it. Yeah.
And then we're going to get the right people around us, and because we can't do it alone, we're going to get the right people around us, and then we're going to take the next crooked, wobbly step forward to wherever it is we're going. Right?
Yeah, progress, not necessarily perfection. Nobody's out here doing things perfect. We're all just trying to make some kind of progress forward, right?
I mean, George Campbell tells us he's perfect.
His hair is perfect.
His hair is perfect.
It's high. It's high and tight.
Well, you should see the hair dryer he has back there.
I've never seen it.
He actually converted an old air conditioner. It's really an extraordinary.
I need to get on that then.
Well, they have a special plug in there. It's like a 220. It's incredible.